So my athlete came to me a couple days ago and asked me about the slap heard around the world, referring to Will Smith and Chris Rock. So I told him I had to get back to him because I really didn't know what happened. I didn't see the show. I didn't watch any of the clips or nothing like that. I did see the news where they talked about it, but I didn't really investigate it. He also mentioned um, about the Smiths' marriage. And so I spoke to him about that right away. And in this video, I will talk about their marriage, the slap heard around the world, and you know, then I'll do a MGTOW perspective on it. Now, the slap, the the marriage thing, that's not my business. I told my athlete that shouldn't be your business. You are, yes, he's my athlete is also married, have a bunch of kids, and he's young. So I told him, look, they do air a lot of their dirty laundry out in public. Maybe that's an agreement they had, um, where to stay relevant, to make money, or just a place to vent. I don't know, but that's their agreement. It has nothing to do with us. We as individuals can learn from their successes and learn from their mistakes to have longevity in our relationship because the Smiths have been together for 25 years, something like that. So being in that relationship, whatever they have going on, works for them. Open relationship, the cheating or whatever has been going on, that works for them. And obviously, they have some level of commitment, either some kind of level of love, or just a shared sense of duty to the marriage, and that's why they're together. Who knows? Again, not our business. So I told him just focus on what you're doing with your wife, your kids. If you learn from them, great. Just apply the information to you. So a few days later, I went back to him and I like today and spoke to him about the slap heard around the world, and I said something along the lines of um, him, my athlete. You're in boxing. Uh, as a professional fighter, you're also in the entertainment business, so you cannot. So what you're seeing there, you have two decisions made, and the decision that Will Smith made was a wrong decision, considering that he has a comedic background. His music is funny. His shows are funny. There's a lot of undertones, comedic undertones in his a lot of the movies, with a few exceptions. And he should understand it's comedy, and of course the hypocrisy of him laughing at a joke and then seeing the displeasure in his wife, he went and did something stupid. Um, it's a public relations nightmare, especially when you're on that level, that caliber of success, and longevity of career. So I told my athlete, if he, as a fighter, gets a similar level as Will Smith, you got to be very, very careful with some of the things you do, because not only do you represent yourself, you represent your family, you could affect your business, but as a whole, you represent the black community, where there's still a significant amount of racism and people still look at black people as lesser class. So um, you need to be very careful of that. Now, if you want to take an example of how to deal with a situation when approached like that, because fighters will fight, but sometimes there's a time and place for that. So he I told him to look at how Chris Rock handled the situation. He stayed professional, he did his job, what he was paid to do, and everything went somewhat like it's supposed to. Obviously, the incident really created a shockwave throughout the whole event. So look at those things and be aware that you're representing a whole lot of people, especially when you're at that level. You cannot just go out in there and not do what you're supposed to do. We have this thing in the gym. It says think twice, take action once. In this situation, is something that I told my athlete you need to be able to do something like that because life will find a way and you will pay one way or the other. Um, but from a MGTOW perspective, which has nothing to do with my athlete, this is just MGTOW. My take on what I saw was that Will Smith has was emotionally and mentally in a place of in a simp like place, mentally and emotionally. The source of where that came from, he could, even though these guys, he's successful, he's ambitious, and his career wise, that doesn't necessarily mean he's an alpha male when it comes to being in a relationship. And it's clear from a lot of the dirty laundry that's been aired out on the talk shows that he's clearly in a simp role. Um, Despite all the bravado and all the slapping and whatnot, when he goes home, he's not respected as an alpha male. He's just a man, and there's nothing wrong with being a beta male. That's obviously working for that for his relationship. So from a MGTOW perspective, if you get the level where you laughing at a joke and then you look at your wife, she's taken aback by the joke, which has really no real relevance. The joke itself is so weak, no reference to whatever disease she has. um, but he got up to try and impress his wife by doing the thing he did, thinking he did something, smirking after he walked away. That's the sign of a weak man, mentally and emotionally weak. Yes, he's physically strong. He's a big dude, and he could probably, fight a lot of people and successfully win. But he's weak mentally and emotionally, and that could be a wear down of his marriage. It could be many things. The strain of his job, and it's just played out in that particular moment. Especially, it played out in a moment when his wife was displeased, and that kind of tipped him over the edge, broke him down emotionally, and he turned into a real wimp. And Hollywood seemed to have celebrated his wimpness, rather than promoting what Chris Rock did. So, um, if you're in MGTOW, look at these things. You can look at it from that perspective. It's just my opinion about it. I do love his work. I like the fact his talent is real. But whatever is happening in his personal life is is taking a toll on him, and it could have been in his nature all along. If you have any questions, ask it in the comments section down below. Like and subscribe. You all have a good day.